Hey guys, it's Jason here, and welcome to another video. Today we're unboxing a new Hitec X4 Pro multi-charger. It is a 200 watt total power charger, so it'll run 100 watts on one side, which is A and C, and 100 watts on the other side, which is B and D, meaning that you can kind of alter how you want the power to be distributed. We'll get into that during the video. I'll kind of give you guys sort of an idea of what certain batteries, depending on their size and their cell count, what kind of power they'll actually require. I got this. It's for a friend of mine. He picked up my Baja, my brushless Baja on me, and he's going to be charging two 4S lipos at the same time. So I went on the net and I did a little bit of research, and I didn't want something like I have with a separate power supply and stuff for him. I wanted, an all-in-one AC charger, and I like the specs on this one. So let's get to it. This is the first Hitec charger I've ever seen. I've never owned one before. I run a Hyperion setup. But I like I said, like I mentioned earlier, I did the research, and this thing looked like it did what I wanted it to do. Just kind of taking a quick little view through the manual. It's all English, so you got a little bit of reading to do if you're one of the guys that like to go through the manual, which I suggest you do. Okay, guys, first thoughts. It's bigger than I thought. I don't know if you guys can get an idea here. The pictures kind of made it look about half this size. I'll bring this up first, guys, so you guys can see it, and it's kind of what you're here for. So it's definitely a good size, though. I was expecting it to be smaller. I don't know why, with the size of the charger. Like I mentioned, it's 200 watts on AC, and it's 300 watts if you're running DC. So if you're running it off a separate power supply, you can get up to 300 watts. All right, guys, I went ahead and unboxed everything just so you can see what's included. You got your AC power. You've got two blank charge leads, so you can throw whatever kind of connector you want in there, EC3, EC5, whatever you need to do. You do have a Dean's. You've got two XT60s. One has a big long one and one's a little bit shorter. Your receiver plug, I think it's JST. I can't remember. It's been a long time, but uses for like receiver batteries and a few other type of things. You also get two balance boards. Unfortunately, they didn't include four, like I would have been hoping, just because it is a 4-port charger. But you do have, this is your basic one for pretty much every battery that's out there right now. And then they give you this multi kind of balance board. I've never even seen these other connectors, balance connectors, but I know they do exist. So they give you the option, if you wanted to, you could charge it on here, but you can still use this to charge your normal XH, I think it is called, batteries as well. So it'll be easy to do, and they do include the two. In this situation for my friend, he's going to be charging only most of the time two batteries. So these will get him going. If he decides, hey, he wants to start charging more, he can just pick up a couple more of these boards. Hey guys, so on to the physical charger now, guys. And again, guys, this is a really nice charger. The more I look at it, I'm kind of jealous. It's definitely got a nice look, a nice feel to it. But on the back, guys, you got your on-off switch. You've got your AC power, and right here, guys, this is for your DC power, and it's got an XT60 connector on it. So that long connection that I showed you guys earlier is probably for right here, so that you can hook this up to a power supply, and that's how you'll draw your power from it. So if you happen to have a separate power supply, you just hook it up through here, and then you get to take advantage of the 300 watts of power instead of the built-in 200. You've got dual fans. I'm assuming, as I haven't turned it on yet, that they're set up in a push-pull. So if this one is kind of, pulling air in, this one's going to be pushing it out, and just to help keep the charger a lot cooler. The way the ports go, guys, is you have A, B, C, D. They're set up like that because this side is 100 watts and this side is 100 watts. So you're able to adjust the wattage per port. If you're charging larger batteries, let's say 4S, 5S, or a 6S, you're going to have this at 100 for just A and 100 for just B. You won't even be utilizing the C and D. But if you're charging smaller batteries, your average 2S 5000, you're going to be able to set this up to 50, 50, 50, 50 and charge your 2S 5000s at 5 amps with no problem at all. We're going to get to that, guys, a little bit later after I fire it up and get the display going and stuff like that, and I'll kind of be able to give you guys an idea of the wattage that each battery kind of uses, just so that you'll have an idea of what you're doing here. You've got a little USB charger here, which is kind of great. You got temp sensors on all the ports. That looks like about it, besides obviously your 5 standard buttons. But we'll get to that right now as I'm going to get ready to fire this thing up. All right, so I've gone ahead and installed the charge leads in the balance boards connections, just because I didn't want the charger to give us a warning when we first started it up, just basically saying, hey, you know, you're missing the charge leads type thing. So we're going to fire this up. And our first screen is a warning screen. Never leave your charger unattended while in operation. Never charge on or around combustible materials. Charging batteries can be dangerous if proper precautions are not taken. By pressing the enter button, you are confirming that you understand this and that you have read the manual and understand the warnings enclosed. So we're going to go ahead and push the enter button, and we get you guys, I guess, to the main screen. So this will be the main menu for your 4 ports, so that you can adjust the settings for each port. At this point, guys, I'm going to take a bit of a pause. I'm just going to kind of get myself familiar with the charger. All right, guys, it took a minute there just to kind of get familiar with the charger. And the one thing I want to show in this video, which I think will help a lot of you guys out, is understanding the wattage and what you need depending on the pack that you're charging. So if you're using this charger to charge multiple 2S, let's say 5000 mAh LiPo packs, right out of the box, it defaults each channel to 50 watts. You're good to go. You don't have to play with the wattage settings at all. But if you're going to charge larger cell count packs, let's say like a 5000 mAh 4S pack, you have to go in, and I'll do that for you guys right now. You go into your settings, you go into the AC max power set, and you can increase that. So let's say you increase it up to about 90 watts, which what you'll need for a 4S 5000 mAh pack. What it does, and actually I can show you guys even again, it lowers your C down to 10 watts. So it kind of makes your C and your D ports, if you did the same with the B port, it kind of makes them sort of useless. But again, you're going to be able to charge 2 5000 mAh 4S packs off this one charger and actually maintain the 5 amps. And what I mean by that is, guys, and I see people that I'm going to try to see if I can make this clear. When you buy a charger, depending on the power supply that's in it, especially if it's like an AC power supply, it'll say it can do 4, 5, 6 cells, but it won't necessarily do those batteries at your full amps that you're requesting. Meaning, you might say, hey, I've got a 6 cell battery, and hey, the charger says it'll do 6 cells, but you go to adjust it, let's say, to 5 amps. It'll never make it to 5 amps. And trust me, guys, if you don't believe me, try. If any of you guys have a smaller charger, try it. You won't be able to do it. It'll go, I remember one time I had a dynamite charger, and I had gotten a 5 cell pack for my Vorza. And I can't remember if it was 7600 mAh. I don't remember what it was, but I remember plugging it into the charger, and I put it to 5 cells, and I selected the amps. And I remember it only went up to like 4 point something, and it stayed there. And I was confused first. I thought, why isn't this thing charging the pack the way it's supposed to? And then I realized that it was the power. The built-in AC power supply wasn't big enough to handle that big of a battery. So with this charger, you are able to, like I've mentioned, charge 2 4S packs, 5 amps, no problem. If you've got 4 2S LiPos, 5000 mAh, you will have no problem. The only thing, like I said, guys, you got to go in here. You got to just kind of adjust your wattage depending on what you're going to be doing. Anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to show you there. All right, guys, for the last part of this video, I'm just going to show you guys how you charge a battery. So I've hooked up a 3S 5000 mAh LiPo. So you default to this screen, and it's automatically highlighted the A channel. So you click start. It's showing you, it's giving you 5 amps and a 2S pack. Now, like I had mentioned, we have a 3S pack. So this is where you'd adjust your amperage depending on the size of the battery you have. Again, this one's a 5000, so we're just going to set it to 5. Click start. You can come over here, and this is where you can pick your cell count. Again, I have a 3S. At this point now, just click and hold start. It'll run a little battery check. Yep, it's a 3S, and it starts. Now, this battery is fairly full, so it's already showing you, giving you 96%. But the one thing, guys, I will also show is what happens If I chose 2S, click on start, battery check. Oh no, cell error. So you can't, what's nice about that, guys, is you're not going to be able to feed your battery something wrong and, end up destroying a battery. So it's definitely a nice feature. It's kind of a built-in safety feature. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I got to say, this is a good charger. If I was looking at buying something right now, if I didn't have my Hyperion 720 over here, I would definitely be taking a look at this charger, guys. This is it's packed with features, and the fact that you can charge 4 batteries at one time, again 2S LiPos at one time, that's a great that's definitely an added bonus. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care.